talking about right there. You should tilt your hand, keep your hands at your tilt. So the reason you have to push is because your shoulder and hands aren't locked in sync. So if you were to tilt together and get your shoulder to tilt a little bit right there instead of trying to do it with your hands, you could snap earlier and be on plane. This way you end up pushing and coming around the ball there. Your swing isn't around the ball. That's not your swing. You don't drive the ball that way. So right there, your hands have to stay at the shoulder, tilt, right there, tilt, and don't separate. Tilt and snap the barrel, and then come through. That's a better angle, better posture. That's the area where your swing comes from. Okay. So here you just swipe under it again. I'm saying we can't never really tell how far we drop our hands or how far we push them. And here's an example of that. You just pushed your hands under the ball. Right there. Just like that. It had nothing to do with your swing. It's all in your setup and all in your prep. This one going around. So instead of you driving inside out, you're going around the ball. And same thing, we push. So now you're there. You turn perpendicular, and then right at the last second, you palm up, palm down, slice right under the ball. This is a little better, but no, same thing. Look at now. If you tilted right there and kept the hands at the shoulder, your barrel will be coming at a better angle where it should be, right through the ball. Your lower half is in the right posture. Look at hips are closed, shoulders are closed. So your posture is right. It's the upper body, the relationship with the hands, the disconnect right there, the push, that little push right there, and forces you to try to go around the ball. So your lower half is swinging up over the pitcher's head, and your upper body is going around. Right there. Okay? So then the other thing I wanted to notice is that we want to be loaded. We're loading late, and I can look at the ball coming. Look how far the ball is, and you are still loading right there. There's your load. So you are fighting being on time all the time. You're always on the verge of being late. You load late. If you load late, sometimes you load late and snap early, which doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it's what happens. This should give you time to get that elbow underneath you. So right about there, you should already be loaded, fully loaded and ready to swing. But you're still, look at, and then we go around the ball. So the margin's too close. You got to build bigger margins in between your hit. So there we're loaded. Look how late we are. And then we drop our hands. We push our hands. Or we're disconnected from the shoulder. Look at where the hands are. Look where the shoulder is. And then the barrel angle comes around and we miss. So all this I'm saying, and I broke it down pretty far. And the fix is very, very simple. We have to get loaded earlier. We have to connect the hands to the shoulders. Let the shoulders tilt a little more. Trust the shoulders instead of taking over with the arms and the hands. And we have to get a better barrel path to the ball, and it can be done. It's not something that you can't do. It's something we've always worked on, and I'm confident we could do it. If we get to there and the elbow, see the elbow's stuck. The other thing is the elbow's supposed to work through with the hands. So we got to get the elbow underneath, and the elbow has to be equal to or ahead of the hands. And here, every swing you have, it might be equal to, but it ends up behind the hands. And that's part of why we can't go through the ball. Okay?